Hello, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to the very first day of the 12 days of Qiskit. We're thrilled to have you all here. My name is the Referee Bot, and I'm joined here today by Maria Bot and Frank Bot. And the three of us will be going through some live coding challenges right here as the first of the 12 days of Qiskit. But before we jump into any of that type of stuff, I want to introduce everyone here. So, Maria Bot, thank you so much for joining us. You are here from the 1 Minute Qiskit series. We'd love to hear a little bit more about you.
Hi everyone, I'm Maria Bot. I've been working on some videos for the 1 Minute Qiskit series on YouTube that you might have seen explaining Qiskit tips and tricks. When I'm not doing my 1 Minute Qiskit videos, I make quantum paradox videos also on the Qiskit YouTube channel. And when I'm not doing that, I'm doing my PhD in theoretical quantum information at Oxford.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And we're also joined today by Frank Bot. Frank Bot, can you please let us know a little bit more about yourself?
Yeah, so I've been working on the Qiskit community team for about 3 years now, and most of the time you can catch me working on the Qiskit textbook.
Awesome. So as we mentioned, this is part of the 12 days of Qiskit. As the end of the year is fast approaching, many of us are winding down for the holidays, and we thought this would be the perfect time to get the entire Qiskit YouTube team together and have you, our wonderful audience, join us to have some fun with Qiskit. This is the inaugural 12 days of Qiskit. It's a 12-day series of coding live streams that are all hosted right here on the Qiskit YouTube channel. And starting today, we will have a mix of Qiskitters coding live on the YouTube channel, focusing on different areas of Qiskit, and have a finale on the 12th of December that includes a special roundtable featuring some of our regular YouTube hosts. From Qiskit bot battles, which is what you're going to be seeing today, to dynamic circuits and open source tips and tricks. Every day of the 12 days of Qiskit, we will spend about 1 hour covering different topics. You can see the entire schedule if you just go to youtube.com/Qiskit. But we're thrilled to have you here for the very first one because we think this is going to be a really great time with all of you. Now, I want to make it clear, all of you are a key part of this Battle of the Bots challenge. We will be relying on some of your comments to decide what these challenges end up being. And we'll also be relying on your comments to give out some of the points during this challenge. Now, the Battle of the Bots is something cooked up by Maria Bot. So Maria Bot, could you please let everyone know a little bit more about what this Battle of the Bots is going to be?
Yeah, sure. So the Battle of the Bots will have 3 rounds. The first round is called Just a Minute, and the idea is that each bot will try and recreate one of the 1 Minute Qiskit videos as quickly as possible. And some of the videos were made quite a long time ago, and since the Qiskit code is being updated all the time, we might need to edit the code to make it work on the latest version of Qiskit. In round 2, Circuit Scrabble, we will both have 5 minutes to create a quantum circuit that uses as many features as possible that are in the 1 Minute Qiskit video series. And finally, in the third round, Deep in the Docs, we will be given a random feature that's in the Qiskit documentation, and then we'll have to try and work out where that feature is in the documentation. Whoever finds the feature first will get a point, and the loser will need to do some live coding of a Qiskit feature. And that's
right.
all the 3 rounds.
I cannot wait. And thankfully, as the referee bot, I don't need to be doing any of the coding. Our two expert bots, MariaBot and FrankBot, are here to show everyone how to do that live. Now, we do want to make it clear that this is a live event, and some of the code you're going to see is going to be maybe a little bit buggy, or maybe has a typo here or there. That's part of the entire 12 days of Qiskit. We want to show you how coding happens in real time and how we fix those problems as we find them. So if you spot one before we do, let us know in the chat. And speaking of the chat, FrankBot, can you please let me know any of the things that we want our great contestants here, our great participants here to tell us? Maybe anything about a comment that they could leave, or a future video they could request for.
Yeah, of course. So Brian is going to ask for some video suggestions and other suggestions for the challenges. And if you leave your suggestions in the chat, then we will incorporate them and Brian will select from them for us to use. And also, if you have any ideas for future 1-minute Qiskit videos, please leave them in the chat as well, and we will read through all the comments and pick out any ideas we think would be great.
All right. And so with that, we are ready for our first challenge here. MariaBot, we're going to share your screen.
Cool.
And we are going to give you your first challenge. Again, this challenge 1 is the just a minute challenge, where you have a recreation that you are tasked with making of one of the 1-minute Qiskit videos. Your goal is to recreate it as quickly as possible using, of course, the latest version of Qiskit. And we'll need some live suggestions from the audience here to choose which video MariaBot is going to recreate. So if you're in the audience, right now would be a perfect time to let us know the name of any of the previous 1-minute Qiskit videos that you may have seen as the challenge here for MariaBot. And I'll give you just a few seconds to drop that in the chat before we pick one. And if you are having trouble, you don't want to click around too much, don't worry. I can always pick one as well. All right. So we are going to go with the 1-minute Qiskit video in which you need to find reduced quantum states in Qiskit. To find reduced quantum states in Qiskit. MariaBot, are you familiar with that one?
Yeah, let me just find where that one is. Yeah, number 13.
Absolutely. That's right, number 13. All right, so I have a timer on my side. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'll just get a timer up here as well. So you should be able to see that. And
yes, we
I
can
can
see
start
that.
it when. Yeah.
All right, so your time will start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Cool. So let's see. Reduce states in Qiskit. So first I'll import quantum circuit from Qiskit, import quantum circuit, and then okay, so here I made a bell circuit. So I'm going to make a quantum circuit with 2 qubits and apply a hard mod gate to the first one, and then a control NOT gate between the first and second qubit. And then just check what that looks like. What do we do next? So here I'm looking at the state vector, but what we actually want to do is take the partial trace to look at reduced states. So what we've done is entangled 2 qubits, and we want to look at the state of just one of them individually. So what I'm going to do is from qiskit.quantuminfo import partial trace, which is going to let us just look at one qubit, and density matrix is going to tell us the state of that qubit. And then we can do D equals density matrix of the circuit that I made. And then I'm going to trace out one of the qubits, which means that I'll just look at the state of one of them using the partial trace. Partial trace, and I'm going to trace over the second qubit. So I'll put D and then 1. And then, let's see, I want to use this plot state city visualization to see what it looks like. So what I'll do is import from Qiskit.visualization, import plot state city, and then do plot state city B. So now we can see the reduced state of one of the qubits has a mixture of 0 and 1. So I'll stop the clock there.
All right. So sorry. That's a wonderful job from you. We have our first completed challenge here. Amazing job, Maria Bot. So I wanted to repeat some of the things I forgot to say beforehand about this challenge, which is time specific. Now you saw that time was just shy of 3 minutes. And for this challenge, if our bots finish the challenge in less than 5 minutes, they score 2 points. And if it takes longer than 5 minutes, it will take them, unfortunately, down a point and only get 1 point. Also, whoever finishes quickest overall gets a bonus point. So 2:52 is our time here from Maria Bot. Great start there, Maria Bot. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Next up, Frank Bot is going to be doing his version of this challenge. So Frank Bot, we're going to share your screen. And we're going to get you ready for your challenge as well. Now, another thing that I wanted to let everyone know is, as you just saw, the bots are recreating the spirit of the video. They're not line for line doing every single thing that was written in the original 1 minute Qiskit video. They're just recreating the spirit of what that video was all about. So you saw that with Maria Bot already, who is, again, a great time with 2 minutes and 52 seconds. And you probably also noticed that we're not running anything on real devices right now. Again, because these are time sensitive, we want to do these as quick as possible. We're just using our local systems and some simulators. All right, Frank Bot, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, Frank Bot. So your challenge, should you choose to accept it, which I hope you do.
Yes, I do.
Is please let everyone here know how to measure qubits midway through a quantum circuit.
Okay, I have the video ready.
All right, you have the video ready. I have the timer ready. You may start in 3, 2, 1, begin.
Okay, let's punch through and see if there's some. Okay, this looks hopefully quite straightforward. So let's do circuits. Let's make a new one. We can just do 1 qubit for now. Let's do a gate, some interest, and what is? Okay, I think the approach itself was to make 2 classical bits, and our first measurement will be from. So our first measurement will be from the first quantum bit, also the 0th quantum bit to the 0th classical bit. And if I draw that, should hopefully all work so far. And it looks like in this video, Maria measures again. So I'll just do again a different gate, but measuring to the first qubit. So that's the other qubit we added with this argument here. Sorry, classical bit that we added with this argument here. And I think that might be done. I'm just going to see if this video goes on to do anything else. Okay, maybe I should simulate it. Well, I won't do that. Does that work? Yep. And then just simulate the circuit and see what happens. And then I want to get the results from that. And I'll get the counts from those results. And that looks to me like it's working. So I'm going to call time.
All right. Wonderful job there. Congratulations. With the final time of 2 minutes and 10 seconds, FrankBot takes the win here with the quickest time and with a time under 5 minutes. So that brings you to a total of 3 points here. Congratulations, FrankBot.
Thank you.
All right. So before we move on to our next challenge, I want to let everyone know a couple things here. First, let's take a quick look at our leaderboard here. I have the leaderboard getting pulled up right now, and you should be able to see that FrankBot is ahead by just 1 point here with many more to come. Everything that we're going to be doing here is going to be reflected on this leaderboard, which you can see is updated in real time by the referee bot behind the scenes. Everyone that is watching right now probably also wants to know a little bit about everything we're doing here. All of these challenges will be available on our YouTube page for at least a few more weeks after today. So if you need to drop out, if you can't watch the entire thing, or if you are watching this later, congratulations. We'll have all of this great Qiskit goodness available for a while longer for you to be a part of. All right. So moving on to challenge 2 here. Challenge 2, of course, is all about showing off. Our 2 bots, who are the professionals at making 1 minute Qiskit videos, are going to try and make a code, a circuit, a certain amount of information that uses as many 1 minute Qiskit features as possible within that 5 minute time frame. And again, this is where the audience is going to be key, because you, the audience, will get to vote for your favorite circuit, and then you will get to award bonus points for that as well. So you have a say in who is going to be the final winner in this challenge. So for this challenge, we're going to be sharing both screens at the same time, both screens, yes. And we have those right here for you. On the left is FrankBot. FrankBot, if you could just type your name right there in the line so everyone knows. Bingo. And on the right, we have MariaBot. MariaBot, if you could write your name there, just so everyone knows who they're looking at. Awesome.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So before we begin this one, I want to let everyone know that just for some issues on our side, there is going to be some audio situations that I will be jumping in and asking each of our contestants questions. So if you have a question you want me to jump in with, let me know in the chat. But as they are live coding, they will not be looking at the chat. So if you have a question, you let me know, and I will jump in with that question for them. All right. FrankBot, are you ready?
I am.
MariaBot, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. I have 5 minutes on my clock. You both may begin in 3, 2, 1, go.
going to start by importing some registers. I think that's something we cover in 1 Minute Qiskit videos.
Maria Bot, we have a request for you to just increase the size of your code by maybe 1 or 2 clicks, if that's okay. Thank you. Perfect.
Yeah, cool.
All right, so you can see different strategies going on here. On the left, FrankBot is diving back into the videos themselves to try and get some good ideas. And you can see FrankBot is labeling the different parts of his code with the titles of those 1 Minute Qiskit videos. MariaBot on the right side is going through and, oh, she's now doing the same thing as well. She's letting us know what is going on in each part of her circuit that she is coding. Now, at the end of this 5 minutes, I'll be asking each of the bots to explain what they made. And they'll be explaining it both to me, the referee, and to all of you. And remember that all of you, as they are explaining their circuits, will get to vote in the chat about who should have some extra points here.
How are we doing for time, Brian?
On time, you're currently at 2 minutes. You have 3 more minutes to go here. And as our bots continue to work here, I want to let everyone, know some of the things that we appreciate on the team here. Some of the things that this holiday season we're looking forward to. Obviously, spending time with our loved ones is something that we all love to do, but coding Qiskit is one of the best things you could ever do. And this is one of the best times to try and dive in and learn something new. Now, for many of us, not everyone, but for many of us, the holidays also mean some extra downtime. And the 1 Minute Qiskit series is the perfect place for you to dive in and start. Each of the videos you can see aims to explain some part of our Qiskit code as quickly as possible. So if you're looking to just learn slowly, just jump in with a little bit here, a little bit there, maybe 1 skill per day, the 1 Minute Qiskit series is a great place for you to begin. All right, for our bots, I want to let you know we are just shy of 3.5 minutes total, which means you have just about 1 minute and 30 seconds left to code your show-off circuits. So keep it going. Great work from both of you. As our bots are finishing up their code, I want to just look through the comments here. Glorious exceptionalism. Thank you so much for the kind words. Really appreciate that. We enjoy this too. You know, it's one of our new things we're trying out, and we love to see that you appreciate it. From Dev, who's talking about the mechanical keyboards, I gotta admit, Dev, I love the sound of mechanical keyboards. It just, man, it's just so cool. You get that nice clickety clack going. I don't have one personally yet. I'm only a lowly referee bot over here, but I hope one day to have my own. Moving through Espacio de Hilbert. Oh, that's funny. The Hilbert space likes the mechanical keyboards. And 30 seconds left, folks. 30 seconds left in our challenge. Maria, about how you feeling?
Yeah, I was just looking through the videos to see what else to add. I might try and add a parameter in.
You're doing great. 10 seconds left here. I can hear FrankBot is trying to get his last lines of code going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. All right, folks, that is time. Let's get a nice round of applause here in the chat going for MariaBot and FrankBot, showing off their skills. Great job to both of you. All right, so FrankBot, we will begin with you. Can you please run us through the circuit that you made and explain where each point you believe you deserve should come from?
Yeah, of course. So I don't think there's a video for creating a quantum circuit, but there is a video for how can I create a custom gate from a matrix, and I implemented that here. So I believe that should be 1 point.
Very nice.
Yeah. There's a video for how can I control the unitary part of a circuit, and I've done that here and created a new circuit from my existing circuit.
Very nice.
There's a video on how do I use parameterized circuits in Qiskit, and I added a parameterized gate to my circuit.
All right.
There's a video, how can I implement a multi-control Toffoli gate, and I did that here with this line. There's a video on the barrier operation, which is an easy point. I just added a barrier to my circuit. And finally, I transpiled. Yeah, and finally, I transpiled my circuit for the how do I transpile a circuit, quantum circuit video. And this is the result.
Very nice. That's 6 points total from FrankBot. Great job over there. All right, brilliantly done. We agree. Thank you, Maker. Next up, MariaBot. Can you please run us through the code that you have put together for this challenge?
Yeah, sure. So there's a video about using registers. So I used the registers here, and then inspired by Frank's earlier challenge, I added a mid-circuit measurement, which you see here.
Nice.
Then, like Frank, I have the barrier from the barrier video, and then I also did the multi-control Toffoli gate, but we did them in different ways. I used the inbuilt MCT function so that I could add some extra controls. I won't count the parameter one because I kind of ran out of time for that one. And then I did different ways of drawing the circuit, which is one of the videos. We explain the 3 different ways of drawing the circuit. And then in a different video, we explain some tricks that you can do with the draw method. So here I demonstrated that with this fold parameter that you can use to determine how the circuit is displayed by being split into these parts of the length that you determine with this parameter. And yeah, that's it.
All right, so that's an equal 6 points from MariaBot. Great job. So before we move on, again, I want to give our chat here a chance to weigh in. Please let me know in the chat. Just say the name of the bot that you think deserves some extra points for the code that they have written for us here. Great job here. We got I see Maker loves the extra points for visualizations. I see some people saying brilliantly done. Awesome job, Frank. All right. So we're going to give an extra point. Looks like 2 extra points here for MariaBot from our audience. And 1 extra point for Frank from the awesome Frank comment. Oh, and from Silicon Berry. Okay. All right. So great job. Thank you, audience. Thank you so much for helping us here. A quick look at our leaderboard. We want to see how we're doing here. Currently, FrankBot is at 10 points total. MariaBot is at 10 points total. All right, we're tied going into our final round here. That's awesome to see. And I promise, actually not planned at all. We do want to have a winner here after all, so we will have one. Now, before we move on to our final challenge, I want to take a second here. Both MariaBot and FrankBot in their code implemented some similar things. both of them during their code were able to use a to fully gate and have a multi-control to fully gate. Now, MariaBot, can you talk a little bit more about what that is that you both put together?
Yeah, so the multi-control to fully gate. Yeah, you can still see my screen. There's each of these control qubits. If the qubit is 0, then the gate below it won't be applied, and if the qubit is in the state 1, then the gate below it will be applied. So in this example, if the top qubit is a 1, then then this gate with the 2 controls and the NOT gate will be applied, and whether this final NOT gate is only applied if all of these 3 are a 1. And what you can do with the multi-control to fully feature is that you can specify which qubits are the controls and which one is the target, and you can add as many of those as you like.
Thank you. I really appreciate diving a little bit further into the code here. After all, part of this live stream isn't just to show off your skills. I mean, that is a big part, but it's also to help teach some of the folks here who are watching a little bit more about what's going on behind the scenes. And same thing, FrankBot, I'd love to ask you, you showed off how to draw your circuit there at the end. Do you mind just walking us through a couple different ways for how you can draw a circuit?
Yeah, absolutely. So I have my default drawing. Well, I'll take you through some. Maria's actually also got some on her screen as well. But I think the default out-of-the-box version for Qiskit is the text drawer, which just prints some characters which look like a quantum circuit. And then if you have Matplotlib installed, you can also use the MPL drawer, which is what I have set as my default. And there is a 1 minute, I believe there's a 1 minute Qiskit video on how to change this default in the settings configuration file. And then you can also, hopefully this will work. Okay, I need to install another package, but you can render your circuit as LaTeX if you want to, put this into maybe a document you're making. And then there should also be it's an underscore. There we go. You can also get the source code for that. So you could paste, if you're working on like a LaTeX document, you could paste your circuit code straight in there.
For someone who might be watching and might be confused when you said, oh, I got an error, I need to install another package. Could you explain a little bit about what you mean by that?
Yeah, absolutely. So let me get that error back. And so this can look quite, this kind of thing can look quite scary. Let's zoom out a bit so I can when you're first presented with it. But essentially, Python is just telling me everything that went wrong. And usually the most useful piece of information is right at the bottom of this error message. And you can see it says visualization error. And I've had this error before, which is why I knew immediately what the problem was. But you can see this PDF LaTeX call did not succeed. And you can see this log for more information. I'm just going to see if that log exists. So yeah, you can see that log is in the same file as me, and I'll just print that. And this might not be that helpful to you, but at least it gives you something to work off, or something to Google or to ask in Slack what's going on.
Yeah,
I happen to know it's because I don't have a package installed. But yeah, maybe we could improve the error message to be slightly more informative.
Thank you. And as we mentioned, talking about the errors that pop up is just as important to these live coding experiences for everyone watching, because we understand figuring out how to work through those errors is just as much a part of putting your circuits together as the circuits themselves. We do have a question here in the chat, if you all don't mind. The question from Silicon Berry: how can we set MPL as the default draw values in locally installed Jupyter notebooks? I want to give MariaBot, if you want to take a shot at that one, I would like to offer it to you first.
I'm not sure off the top of my head, but I think that's one of our 1 minute Qiskit videos. Maybe Frank, do you want to explain that one?
Let's jump that over to Frank. Frank Bot, do you think that you have an answer for how we can set MPL as the default draw values in a locally installed Jupyter notebook?
Yeah, I do. Let me. So I think what we want to do is change. There's a file called settings.conf, conf short for configuration, and usually if you're on like OS X or Unix, then you're going to find that under Qiskit. I think it's settings dot conf. So let me just see if that exists. And this is what it looks like. So as you can see here, I've added this line here, which is circuit drawer is MPL, and that's where this that's where Qiskit looks to work out what arguments it should use when you're drawing your circuit.
Tricky. So it's just hidden away a little bit, but it's definitely doable, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there is a command you can use to work for Qiskit to tell you where that file is. That's just the default place. And I do think I'll double check, but I do think there's a 1 minute Qiskit video on this as well.
All right. So let's move ourselves on here just for the sake of time to our final challenge. Want to make sure that we give both of our bots a chance to win after all and claim the title of the best bot in the battle of the bots. So for the final challenge, this is going to be a speed-based challenge. For the final challenge, we're calling this Deep in the Docs. Now, the documentation that we have on Qiskit.org, I have to admit, it's pretty great. Now, I might be a little biased in saying that, but the documentation is really awesome for explaining and helping you through whatever it is you're looking for. On our screen, you can see both MariaBot and FrankBot still have their code open, but in just a second, they're going to go over to Qiskit.org to the documentation. Boom, you can now see both of them have arrived at kind of the home page for our documentation. Now, in this challenge, we're going to have multiple rounds of this final challenge. So it won't just be one. And what they're going to do is I will give them I will give them both something within our docs, the name of some documentation that they will then have to search for. Now, the trick here is they cannot use their keyboard. They need to get there only by mousing through all the documentation and finding the exact documentation that we're looking for. We'll start in something that I believe is relatively simple to find and then move down to something that might be a little bit more tricky. So the winner will get a point for each round of this final challenge, and the loser will be challenged to code something live for us. They'll be challenged once again to redo or remake one of the 1 minute Qiskit videos here live. So FrankBot, MariaBot, I hope you're both prepared. I see you're both ready on the screen here. I want to know before we jump in, MariaBot, what do you think? Who do you think is going to win this first round? Do you think you have it, or do you think FrankBot has the lead?
I think, well, there's lots of these that I've not looked at before, so it depends where they end up. Maybe if it's quantum information ones, then I might know some of them, but otherwise it'll be kind of looking around in the dark, I think.
That's all right. All right, FrankBot, how about you? You feeling ready over there? You feeling excited?
I'm as ready as I'll ever be, but yeah, a lot of it is just down to just the way things go in the day. So,
all right,
we'll see.
So, For this first one, I would like both of you to please find the documentation for pulse gates. Find the documentation for pulse gates. Go ahead. Let's see who can get there first. Finding the documentation.
Oh, I'm not allowed to use my keyboard. Sorry.
Ooh, that's right.
Yeah.
FrankBot tried to use a keyboard,
no,
but
that's thrown me.
quickly learned. MariaBot
So you
is
said-
searching through the dynamics.
You said
found-
pulse gates, is that?
Pulse gates. Pulse
Okay.
gates.
I found some stuff with the word pulse in, but I don't think it's the right thing yet.
That's right. And in about 10 seconds, I'll give you both a hint if you're having trouble finding it. Pulse gates here. We're looking for pulse gates.
Oh, there it is.
All right. It looks like FrankBot has found it.
I don't think I found Pulse Gate. I'm on the Pulse module.
Oh, I take it back. FrankBot, scroll back to the top. I think you may have actually gone past it.
No. Instructions?
Oh, no. Okay, I take it back. All right. So for this one, my hint will be if you look at our basic tutorials, you'll see some information on pulse gates. This is a basic tutorial.
Tutorial. Okay. Let me.
There it is. All right. Congratulations to FrankBot for finding your way to the pulse gates documentation. Nice job. Nice job.
Thank you.
I see someone in the chat. Diego. Hi, Diego. Diego said this could be super hard without Googling or searching for it. And you're right. All right. So that is a point for FrankBot. And MariaBot, that means you need to start getting ready to live code. I'm going to give you, as a live code challenge, I'm going to ask you to teach us how to bundle several circuits into one job.
Cool. Okay. So let me find that 1 minute Qiskit. I think it's one of the older ones. So do you know which number it is in the playlist?
I
found it.
You found it?
17.
Okay.
Yeah, got it. Yeah. Yeah. So let me open this and give it a go.
Absolutely.
Okay. So it looks like in this video, Frank makes 2 different quantum circuits and then puts them in a list and then executes that list. So I'll start by importing some stuff. Quantum circuit, transpile. Not sure if I'll need all of these, but we'll see. And then we want a backend to use. Now, I think that if I run this code as it is, it will give me an error because the code has changed since then. So let's try this and see. Yeah, so it wants me to use qiskit.providers.fakeProvider. See if that fixes it. Yeah, that seems to run. So I'm going to run this on the fake Vigo or fake Vigo device. Cool. And we have the chasm simulator. Cool. Cool. So now I'm going to make 2 quantum circuits. So let's make quantum circuit 1 with 2 qubits, add mod, and control not. So it's the standard bell circuit. And add some measurements in. And then a second quantum circuit. So this one, we're going to have it have 3 qubits. And then add a hard mod to the first. I'm gonna control not. And then we can add another control not between qubits 2 and 3, and again add some measurements in. Okay, so now we get to the main bit of the task, which is we make a list which has both of these circuits in, QC1 and QC2, and then we use the execute command and execute the list of circuits on the simulator. And now we should be able to look at the results and look at the counts that we get from measuring that. And there we go. So we see the outcomes from the first circuit. It was 2 qubits, so that's why we have 0, 0, and 1, 1, because it was this bell circuit that we made. And then in the second circuit, we had 3 qubits, and we can see the outcomes there. So that's how you bundle several circuits into a single job.
Wonderful. Thank you. All right, so let's reset ourselves here for another challenge going through the docs. FrankBot is up by 1 point overall here. So let's see if the second challenge gives MariaBot a chance to catch up or fall a little further behind. We shall see. All right, both of our bots are back at their homepage of the documentation. And here we go. The second thing that I would like you to find within the documentation is the article about Grover's adaptive search. Grover adaptive search. Go ahead. Grover adaptive search. Let's find where Grover adaptive search is. And I gotta be honest with you. This one might be a little tricky. Now, this one's tricky because finding the exact thing you're looking for is not always as straightforward as you might imagine. As you can see here, both FrankBot and MariaBot have found some aspect of what Grover search is talking about, but not quite Grover adaptive search. So let's give them a little bit of help. Grover adaptive search has been explored as a possible solution for an optimization problem.
Ooh, that is a good clue.
Let's see. Oh, I think I found it.
Hey, very good. MariaBot has found it. Congratulations. All right, so that ties up our score here, and unfortunately for Frank, moves Frank into the bracket of needing to live code something to make up for losing this round. Frank, how you feeling?
The joke's on you. I enjoy live coding.
You might be right on that one. Well, Frank, there's something that I'd love to ask you to do here for everyone. A lot of times we talk about something called quantum volume here at IBM Quantum and in Qiskit. And quantum volume, for those of you that don't know, is something that can actually be done via code. We can find the quantum volume through a particular circuit. So, FrankBot, I'd like to ask you to please demonstrate how to write a quantum volume circuit.
Okay. Am I allowed to? look at the video?
Yes, you are.
I think I remember. I think I did it earlier in the challenge anyway. But, I'm just going to do it. Okay, so Qiskit has a circuit library which contains lots of different templates for circuits, maybe for lack of a better word. And I think this is how you import a quantum volume circuit. And yeah, that's run. So what the quantum volume circuit is it's essentially a quantum circuit, and it takes some variables. And I think the only one you need is the, I can't remember exactly how it works. But yeah, I think the only argument it needs is the number of qubits, and I'm just going to decompose this before I draw it so you can see a bit more what's going on. And I'm going to decompose again. Actually, no, I'm not going to decompose again. So what you can see here is this is essentially a 3-qubit circuit, and this 3-qubit circuit contains 3 gates, and these gates are actually just random unitaries. So they're just if you got a 4x4 matrix and just filled it with random complex numbers so that it made a valid unitary gate, so it's a reversible gate. And then you made 3 of those and applied them to these qubits, then that's, I think, I hope I'm not getting it wrong in a moment, but that's what a quantum volume circuit is. It's, so if I'm going to do for example, a 4-qubit one. Oh no, I have got it wrong. That's a bit embarrassing. So
No, it's not embarrassing.
I remember the yeah. I think I remember what the thing is. So there's 4 layers, and each layer has yeah. So this is kind of hard to see here, but if these 2 gates form a layer, and these next 2 gates form a layer, and these next 2 gates form a layer, and finally these 2 gates at the end form a layer, and each layer I think performs a 2-qubit gate between each pair of, between like a randomly selected pair of qubits. So maybe a better way of saying that is in this first layer, Q0 is paired with Q1, and we did a random gate on that, and Q2 was paired with Q3, and we did a random gate on that. And then the second layer, the same qubits were paired again, but with a different random gate. And then the third layer, well, Q2 was paired with Q3, and Q0 with Q1 was paired with Q2, and Q0 with Q3. And in this last one, we had Q0 with Q2 and Q1 with Q3. And the idea is this creates like a circuit which is hard to simulate, and yeah, kind of scales in a way that we think reflects like is a nice reflection of a quantum device's performance.
Yeah, thank you very much, FrankBot. And I gotta say, I do agree very much with Maker in our comments here. This is a great learning experience, and it's really a fun way to see both what is going on in real time and kind of working through the logic of things in real time as well. You just saw that from Frank as he was working through exactly what's going on in the quantum volume circuit there. So wonderful job. We're going to return to the homepage of our docs for the final challenge here. We are tied at 11 points each. So the winner of this final deep dive into the docs will be our winner of the Battle of the Bots. Whew, gosh, I'm getting excited over here. I can't wait. All right. So FrankBot and MariaBot, your final challenge here. And again, I have to be honest with you, this one is a little tough to find, but I have faith in both of you. Can you please find the area in the documentation that explains how we can find vibrational structure of electrons? I'm sorry, not of electrons. Vibrational structure of molecules. Vibrational structure.
Okay.
Oh, and just like that, it wasn't nearly as hard as I
think
thought.
I've got
Maria Bot found it. Look at that, folks. This is a true come from behind win. Maria Bot moving up to 2 points in this round. 12 points overall. That's a win for Maria Bot. Woo!
Yay!
Maria Bot, do you have any words to say for all the folks who've joined you here today watching your victory?
Yeah, thanks everyone for being here, and I'm very surprised to end up being the bot of the year. But yeah, it's definitely very close, and yeah.
Well earned, Maria Bot. Congratulations.
Thanks.
All right, so as we wrap up today, the first day of the 12 days of Qiskit, I want to thank a lot of you for joining us here. But before we go, we have just a few more things to let you know about. Maria Bot, in the rest of the 12 days of Qiskit, is there anything in particular that you are excited for or looking forward to?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to everything. The next couple of days we've got coding Qpong from scratch, which I think will be really cool to learn how to code a game from scratch, and it'll be a cool way to learn new quantum computing ideas at the same time as how to code a game. So I think that'll be a really fun live coding session.
Woo! Yeah, I can't wait for that one. And Frankbot, I wanted to ask you as well, if folks here are on holiday vacation or getting near it, and they have some extra time, aside from, of course, watching the 12 days of Qiskit, what would be a good place for someone to go if they want to dive a little bit deeper into learning quantum computing, learning Qiskit, and building up their skills?
Yeah, sure. I would always recommend, if you're interested in learning about quantum computing or Qiskit, to go to qiskit.org/learn, and we have all of Qiskit's learning materials there. That includes the Qiskit textbook. It includes numerous summer schools on a whole area of different topics, from just the basics of quantum computing to quantum chemistry and quantum simulation. And yeah, it also includes the tutorials, some of which you saw us looking through. And yeah, I think it's a really great resource, and you should check it out.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. So for everyone watching, thank you so much for joining us here at the first day of the 12 days of Qiskit. We want to, as you heard already from Maria Bot, let you know that tomorrow is going to be the first of 2 days featuring Qpong and recreating the entire game from scratch. Now, Qpong was featured in the very first episode of Coding with Qiskit here on the Qiskit YouTube channel, and its Unity port was installed in a quantum arcade machine that went on tour around Europe, including the EU Quantum Flagship event in Finland. And Qpong even got Junye, who was the person that put it together, who you will meet tomorrow. It got him an invitation to CERN. And because of Qpong, he joined the IBM Quantum team 1 year later. That's right. Junye is one of our coworkers. We love him here, and you all will get to either meet him or see him again tomorrow for the second 12 days of Qiskit. Now, tomorrow and Saturday, the 2 days that you'll be seeing Junye work on Qpong, those will begin at 9 a.m. Eastern here. So set your calendars, make sure you tune in, and if you can't join us live, just watch it whenever you get a chance over your break. Remember, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, leave those comments, everybody. Just get on in here. We love to see it. We're thrilled to see how the channel has grown over time, and we are so thankful to all of you for making this community what it is. On behalf of Maria Bot and Frank Bot, Thank you all so much for joining us. We'll see you back here again tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.